All right, let's do this. Part 3. Can I turn my paper the right way? There we go. Okay, absolute value and solving literal equations. First thing on this one, 22. Divide both sides by a -5 first. Gives us the absolute value of 3 plus 4x equals 12. I can solve it because the absolute value is isolated, equal to a positive number. So this turns out to be 3 plus 4x equals 12, and 3 plus 4x equals -12. We got to split it into 2. So let's take 3 away for the sake of room and divide by 4. And here we're going to subtract 3 and divide by 4. So 9/4 and -15/4. Going to get 2 answers unless we're equal to what magic number? 0. That's right. All right, this one, isolated absolute value is already taken care of. So it's just a matter of splitting this into 2 equations and solving. So subtract 1 from both sides on the first one and divide by -5 gives us -28/5. Next one, we're going to subtract 1 and divide that by -5, and that gets us 6. Again, didn't show the work in between, just kind of talk you through that. Those are the steps. That's what it should look like. What makes an absolute value have no solution? I'm going to write this out. When the absolute value is isolated, and it is equal to a negative number, then no solution exists, period. Right? Nice. Write sentences. You know how to write sentences. Write them. As you move on in math, you're going to write sentences. They're important. Communicate. Don't get sloppy. 25. Circle the letters for any values that are solutions to the equation. You could just go through each of these and see which ones work. Since it's absolute value, we know there could be more than one. In this case, there are. B and D. Final section, 26. That's a tough one to do just by looking at it. So let's do the work. Solving for A. So we're going to subtract 3b and divide everything by 6. And I put it under each number there just to kind of remind myself. Don't have to do it like that. But I get A equals 19/6, and 3/6 reduces to 1/2. Don't really need the 1. I could do B/2. And that looks like that is choice B. Solving this one for y, I'm going to take 4x and subtract it to both sides. I get 2y equals -4x plus 20. And now I need to divide everything by 2. So again, notice on this one, I divided each term by that number. Here I just kind of showed it because I know that's what's got to happen. So whatever works for you. So this is y equals -2x plus 10. And to finish this question off, I've got to now plug in -1 for x and solve. And I get, scoot it up there for you, 12. Last one, getting y by itself. Subtract 6 from both sides. Don't forget, the reason why this problem is here is because you can't forget about that negative sign there. We now divide everything by a -2. And I get y equals negative, and that negative can go anywhere you want as the coefficient, but -2 divided by -6 is +3. And that's how we do the very, very last one right there. So overall, I hope you feel really good about the study guide. Now, if there is something in the study guide going through those items right there that you're kind of struggling with, you got some options. Go back and watch the video. If you've taken great notes, you've got a resource. go back and do some of the extra practice or do some of the practice again just to make sure you've got it. But remember, when you get to the test, you're going to have a certain amount of time to go through that test and get that test taken care of. If you get stuck on something, you just got to keep moving. It's your time to shine, and I know you will. And so thanks for watching this entire video series over this unit. I appreciate you, appreciate the work that you're hopefully doing on your own, and keep being an advocate for your learning. Remember, when you get done with this unit, hey, you're moving on to the next one. So thanks for being here.